Hi, I'm Simon Dyson and I've got a little tip for you to help you drive the ball straight. Something I used to do when I played on tour, when I just wanted to find that fairway to give myself the best shot in.
So yes guys, we've got European Tour winner Simon Dyson on the show. Okay, so let's get into how you hit the driver dead straight. Point number one.
Right, so when I get on a hole, a tight hole like this, my first thinking is I need to hit this fairway. Because a lot of holes on tour, you know, they're quite tight, the rough's pretty deep, and I always hit my driver a lot straighter than my 3 would, so I would just hit driver.
Pull out driver, yeah.
But really, if I was on a hole like this, my first thought would be, right, I just want to hit this nice and low, get it going dead straight.
Yeah.
So I would put it back in my stance a little bit, which goes against everything that is taught.
Guys who are watching this going, Alex, you said to me last week, put it up in the stance, hit up with it, which, if we're looking to maximise distance, potentially for a lot of golfers, that's going to help us. But why did you do that? Why did you move that ball back in your stance a little bit?
I think it was just something that I'd worked on. You know, whenever I tried a new driver, there was always 3 shots if I could hit the 3 shots in 3 shots, I knew I could hit it. One was a fade, one was a draw, and one was that low stinger. And if I could hit those 3, I knew it was fine for me. So that low one, that low ball flight that goes dead straight, was really important to me.
Okay, so I want you to take one away now. We've got 2 points we're going to talk through.
Yeah.
But just the first point, hit this one away for us.
Okay, so we're just, like I said, we're just going to aim straight, but we're just going to put it a little bit further back in the stance. And that is literally all I'm going to do.
Nice. Now, people will be surprised hearing, and I get this all the time, European Tour player going, oh, I want to fade it, I want to hit a low little fade. They're like, whoa, like, I see it on TV hitting bombs. But they only see the glory shots, don't they, ultimately on TV?
Yeah, exactly. You know, they'll have shots where they're thinking, I just want to put this in the fairway. And you know what? A lot of the pros now, they hit it that far, they want to have that control, and they actually do hit a fade. You know, Rory's prime example. He has learnt to hit a fade to control his ball flight.
Awesome. So guys, before we get into the second tip from Simon, and trust me guys, this is gonna blow your mind. What was your favourite moment on tour? I mean, winning 7 times, there's got to be a lot of them.
I think mine was, for 2 reasons, was winning the Dunhill. To win a tournament like that, it's so prestigious. The field was unbelievable. I mean, I think I was 3rd going into the last round behind Rory and Donald, and tied with Darren Clark. So I was surrounded by superstars. So to win there and walk down the last, knowing that I'd won it, was such a special moment.
Does that sort of, and I know you've won before on tour, before you won at the Dunhill, but does that sort of go to yourself like, bloody hell, like, I can play with these big guys, or did you already know that you could do that?
I kind of did.
But you
It's nice to prove to yourself that you can. I mean, it was a great moment. My caddy was in tears walking down the last. He couldn't speak, and he's a 6'4" giant, you know. So it shows what it does. But the fact that I won that got me my first Masters as well. So it got me in the top 50 in the world.
That's gotta be a special
and then I knew
moment.
I couldn't fall out of the top 50. So that was a double celebration that week.
I mean, that is. Well, the jiggering gets some...
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I had to go home, but Kelly Slater was my partner. And I went and had 1 beer with him and then drove home. But yeah, I could have stayed in there all night, really could.
Absolutely mint. But guys, in the last year, what has been your favourite European Tour moment? I know we've just potentially we have got golf back now on the PGA Tour. I mean, Nick Watney and Brooks Koepka's caddy have now come down with COVID.
And Cameron Champ.
I wonder how long it's going to last.
Who knows? I hope it's just a rare thing that it's just those players, and because I think if a few of them start getting it, then golf will be postponed, and then the European Tour will be postponed, and it won't be good for golf, really.
No, definitely not. Guys, let's get into tip number 2, but before that, if you are enjoying any of this content, please make sure you hit that big red button. That's that one down there. As well as that, at any point, it really helped me grow the channel. I want you guys to be part of this growth, so please hit that thumbs up button. Right, let's get into tip number 2. Right, second part to this, well, it's ultimately the same tip, isn't it? But how you found your fairway finder. And I think everyone's got to listen, and I know you have this when you're students. It's having that gear that says, right, if I need to hit the fairway, I can hit the fairway.
Yeah, that's it. And this one I found really beneficial. I started doing this little drill when I was at the Irish Open. I managed to win that tournament, but it just seemed to work.
Just pick your Irish Open card.
No, it seemed to work. Yeah. It really did. It really did. It was just, I found it on the range. You know, it was just one simple thought that I had, and I stuck with it all week. Kept my mind free of negativity, and just tried to work on this. Obviously, every single shot didn't go perfect, because they don't. But my bad was good that week.
Do you want to touch on that point? You said there, for a whole week you had the same swing thought. I mean, a lot of people that watch this channel will potentially have 5 or 6 different swing thoughts throughout a round.
Haven't we all?
How hard is it for you? I know you said you hit some bad shots, and we all hit some bad shots. How hard was it for you to stick to that and trust in that swing thought throughout the whole week?
It wasn't that hard really, because I know the range on a morning is for warming up, but the Tuesday and the Wednesday I did some really good work, and I could see the evidence in the ball flight that I was getting. Yeah. And like you say, you know, not all of it was great. I mean, there was some not terrible, but there was some poor shots, but I got away with them. But like I said, my poor was really good that week, and then my good was excellent.
Right, okay, so talk me through this exact setup right here.
Right, so again, same, little bit back in the stance. We're just going to hit that little fairway finder. But I used to put a ball there, because I used to come, when I didn't get on top of it and cover it, I used to get a little bit on the inside, which would either just block it right or just turn it over a little bit. So I used to put a ball there to remind me to keep my club that side of the ball, and the fact that the ball's there about 18 inches behind, it made me come in a little bit steeper.
So this is almost your way of neutralising yourself?
Totally, totally. It's just my way. I mean, you see some people put a towel there, you see some put a box there. I just used to put a ball there, because I thought if I hit that ball, I'm only going to glance it, it might just go there, but at least it's good feedback for me.
Fab, okay, let's see it. Let's see you actually hit one away.
I hope I don't hit the ball now. Right, so I'm literally just going to take it back, that side of the ball, and come in just a little bit steeper.
Lovely. And again, just that little bit of movement left to right.
Just that little bit of fade. You know you can start that down the left semi, hit that little fade, and it's just going to come back 5 or 6 yards and hopefully find the fairway.
I mean, we actually played last night, didn't we? Is it actually the first time we played?
Yeah, I think it is.
And it was, let me say guys, it was pretty damn impressive. But what I want to get into is that every single shot that you sort of hit was like, right, I've got a game plan, I'm going to hit this way. Or the one that stuck out to me actually were on the, it'll come to me right now, the 7th of Marcham Hall, par 3. Flag was like back left, and we were sort of deciding, was the wind into, was it across? And it was between 7 and 8 iron for me. And you were like, oh no, it's into, you had 8 iron in your hand, and you're like, but I've got to turn this a bit more now. And you just literally went from hitting probably what was a more neutral ball flight to slinging it in there a little bit more, just to add those few extra yards. And I think guys who watch TV at the minute think that the modern player has to be a robot, where that's not the case. You've got to be flexible to the situation, right?
Totally, because the situation is going to change a lot. You know, if you've, like I had 8 iron in my head there. I mean, we got on the tee, it was probably just helping a little bit, so it was just going to be a nice neutral 8. And then it went into a little bit. So I didn't, obviously I only carry half a set because I've got the Jumbo Max grips, they don't fit in my bag. But even for me, I'd rather go full at an 8 iron. Because that's the first club that came into my head. I don't want to change to a 7.
And you adapt that situation to that club.
I've always been quite good at getting extra 5 yards out of a shot. Like that low draw that is actually going to skip up the green as opposed to stopping and checking. I
mean, there's a host of impressive shots, but that one for me was probably the most impressive, even if it wasn't the closest. Just whether you're like, oh well, okay, well I've just got to move it a little bit more.
Yeah, I'll just start it a little bit further right and just get a bit more. Because when I do that, obviously takes the spin off it, so it's better ball flight into the wind, and when it hits the green, it's going to go forward, so you're getting more yards each time.
Unbelievable. Guys, I wish we'd done a course back.
I know, it'd have been good, wouldn't it?
Good. Okay guys, so this is the part of the channel where pull out a few comments.
Cool.
So this one here was on my only driver lesson you'll need, which guys you probably won't want to check out now because that was telling you how to hit on the open.
Both good for you. Both good for you.
I'm joking. This one comes from Asok Prof. I hope I've actually pronounced that right. I strictly followed your tips. Wow, I bombed the driver way beyond my imagination, Alex. Many times I drove the ball much longer. Simple tips really help. I mean, again, that's what we're trying to do. Simple tips that really help.
It is. It's a tough game. You've got to keep it as simple as possible.
Exactly. Another quote here comes from Joyce. Said, home course is Sandy Pines Golf Club in De Monte. I don't know where that is.
No, I don't know where that is.
It sounds
lovely.
Sounds lovely though.
Yeah.
Another one comes here in from Ron Shelton on how to stop flipping the golf club. This is actually an older video that I did, probably about 2 years ago. It said, would this drill apply to driver as well? 100%, Ron.
All the way through the bag?
Yeah, if we've got a thought that we go all the way through the bag, then that's something simple that we can actually apply to a shot, not something that we go, okay, well this is driver, this is iron. It's something that we can just basically say, this is our golf game.
Yeah, and do you know what, it's funny, everyone has one of two tendencies. They either hang back and come across it, or they get early and set it off right and overdraw it, so it's...
Most people would prefer the latter, I think.
Yeah, I think so, I think so. But the people that do actually hang back and come over, hitting up on it, the drill you gave the other week is brilliant because it gets them on more of a neutral path then.
Exactly, guys. So, thanks so much for joining me and Simon